of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamonds Unbreakable episode 27. I'm an alien. Yeah, that's right, people. Aliens in JoJo. And you know the funny thing is, this is only part 4. It's gonna get even more bizarre from here on out. So in this episode, we're introduced to a new character named New Mikitakazo Nshi, who may or may not be an alien. But aside from the whole alien thing, we also get to check in on Kira and see how he's doing, which is probably one of the best parts of this episode. Since he's taken the identity of Kosaku Kawajiri, he can't technically kill people anymore, and he's trying to resist the urge to kill. But it's not easy because whenever his fingernails grow, that's when the urges kick in. And since he has to remain on the down low because of Josuke, Jotaro, and the others looking for him, he's gotta wait until the urges pass. Meanwhile, Shinobu was checking in on her husband and decides to get ready for bed. Kira can barely resist the urge to kill and then goes behind Shinobu and was about to grab onto her neck, strangle her, but instead Shinobu freaks out and Kira accidentally tore the buttons off her dress, making her assume that Kosaku was trying to help her unbutton her dress, and that made her fall in love with him even more. Seriously, is Shinobu gonna find out that her husband, who she's starting to have feelings for, is actually not her husband, but a serial killer? Because if that were the case, then Shinobu would die, but I am curious to see if she'll ever find out. Now let's talk about the new character Mikitakazo, which I'm gonna call from now on Space Legolas, because he looks like Legolas, but he also has this weird nose ring and all that space stuff on his school uniform. Now, Yoshihiro was the first to actually meet this guy and was going to turn him into a stand user because the arrow chose him. However, when he threw the arrow at Space Legolas, it just deflected his neck and only nicked it. I mean, it didn't pierce through him, it just only gave him a scratch. So I believe that Space Legolas might already have a stand, which is why he wasn't, pierced through the arrow. That or he has very tough skin. But there's still so much about this guy that raises so many questions. In the next scene, we see Josuke and Okuyasu walking to school or something, and they spot this crop circle, and they see this person in the center of the circle. So they go there to see if the person is okay, and it turns out to be Space Legolas. And according to him, he suddenly felt sick and then fell unconscious. So did he create the crop circle? I don't know, but he introduced himself as an alien, to which Josuke and Okuyasu thought that this was a prank, and they start laughing their asses off. But then he noticed that the guy was taking this even further, going as far as to even eating tissues, which is weird. He even gives them ice cream that he pulls out of his bag, which is very strange. I mean, does his bag have a cooler in there? So according to Space Legolas, he's 216 years old, he's a spaceship pilot, and his planet was destroyed, so he came to Earth to see if it was a good place for his people to live. Josuke and Okuyasu don't buy it. They think that the guy was obviously a stand user or a very delusional person, so they decide to ask him even more questions. But then the fire trucks show up with their sirens blaring, and apparently Space Legolas is allergic to sirens because the wavelengths hurt their nerves, and it really affected him pretty badly. In fact, these boils started sprouting out of his body, he turned red, and he was freaking out. Okuyasu didn't want to have anything to do with this, so he decided to leave. Real dick move, Okuyasu. But Josuke decides to stay to see if Space Legolas was okay, and this is where we get to see his stand ability, if you will, because he turns into these blue ribbons and then transformed into sneakers so that Josuke can wear him and take him away to a place where there were no sirens. And these sneakers allow Josuke to jump really high and walk on walls. So yeah, yet again, another power that allows the user to transform. But unlike the previous transformation abilities, this ability allows Space Legolas to transform into objects. And grateful for Josuke's help, Space Legolas is willing to return the favor for him. And this is where Josuke gets yet another get-rich-quick scheme. Seriously, did he not learn the last time with Shigechi? I mean, come on, Josuke. Apparently, Tomoko found out about the money Josuke won from the lottery, so she froze his account, and he doesn't have any money for the summer. So what he plans to do is to have Space Legolas transform into a die, and use him to play a game of Cee-lo, or Chinchirorin, at least that's what the Japanese dialogue says, against Rohan Kishibe so that he can swindle him for some money. Again, did he not learn the last time with Shigechi? Also, there is a serial killer in hiding who used to be on the loose, and all Josuke wants is to get some money. I mean, for fuck's sakes, Jotaro, Rohan, and even Koichi were contributing to find Kira. But Josuke? No, he just wants to make that money. God damn it, Josuke. So yeah, the alien episode has turned to yet another game episode, but with dice. And Josuke was willing to lie to Rohan to convince him to play a game of Cee-lo. And even though Rohan despises Josuke, he agrees, but only because it would be fun to take money from him. What do you expect from freaking Rohan? This guy's an asshole, really, but yeah. So how this game works is that the player has to roll these 3 dice in a bowl. And if the player gets 1, 2, or 3, he has to pay twice the amount that he wagered. But if he gets 4, 5, and 6, then he wins twice the amount that is already wagered. And whoever gets the highest number wins. But if you get triple sixes, an omen, then you get 5 times the amount. And right off the bat, Josuke is winning a lot of money too early, which gets Rohan very suspicious. I mean, on the first roll, Josuke gets an omen, and when Rohan rolls, he gets the 1, 2, 3, which means that he has to pay twice as much. So yeah, Space Legolas was starting off strong, which is not a really good idea. And yeah, that's pretty much where the episode ends. Yeah, Rohan gets suspicious, Josuke's freaking out, and Space Legolas has no idea about cheating. So yeah, that was Diamonds Unbreakable episode 27. Overall, this was a very, very weird episode. I mean, I'm not sure if Space Legolas is an alien or not. I mean, he could be an alien, or he could be an alien with a stand, or he could be just a stand user who believes he's an alien. I mean, there were signs that were pointing to him being an alien, but there were signs that they were pointing that he's not. I mean, for example, the arrow not piercing through his neck, it did cause a scratch, so maybe the arrow did affect him in some way. I mean, he said that he got sick all of a sudden and then fell unconscious in the field. Still doesn't explain about the crop circle, but the weird thing is the arrow chose him. Maybe it's because he has really tough skin, that's why the arrow was deflected, or maybe he already has a stand, which is why the arrow didn't pierce through him. But that's kind of weird because the arrow chooses who gets the stand. You'd think the arrow would detect a stand from this guy. I'm a bit confused on that. So maybe the arrow did affect him in some way, but maybe he already had a stand. Or maybe the arrow doesn't affect non-humans. And you also have to take into account of him being allergic to sirens. But there's also this one scene when Josuke used Crazy Diamond to try to punch him, but Space Legolas couldn't see him. That, or he probably was faking it the whole time. I don't know, but if he couldn't see Crazy Diamond, that means he's not a stand user. So maybe this power that he has is just an alien ability. But then again, he could be just a delusional stand user who believes he's an alien, especially since that we got a stat card of his stand ability. So he has to have a stand. It's called Terra Ventus, but that's a copyright name because it's actually called Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh my god, I'm really confused with this whole thing. So yeah, a lot of questions about this alien guy in this episode, but this episode was still a pretty good one. I mean, there was some tension near the end of the episode, and the whole alien stuff was actually pretty funny, confusing, yet very interesting. But one of the best parts of the episode, in my opinion, is the Kira stuff. I did appreciate that we get to check in on Kira. He has all these urges to kill, but he can't act on those urges because according to him, it's how he shows his true self, but he has to stay low, otherwise if people start dying again, then Josuke and Jotaro and the others will know that it's Kira's doing and they'll try to find him again. So he has to stay low. Although the scene where his nails start growing all of a sudden was very strange. The Kira scenes did raise 2 questions for me. One, why the hell was Killer Queen summoned? Like, Kira just showed up right behind Kira. I guess he was curious just to see what his user was going to do, or he thought that he was going to be needed to kill Shinobu. Speaking of Shinobu, I did express my dislike towards her, but for now, she's actually kind of funny with her falling in love with Kira. And the second question here, what was that thing on top of the ceiling? It looked like some sort of security camera. Why is there a security camera in the room? That was weird. I don't know why that's there. Also, another thing to point out, Rohan's outfit. It suits him, although the outfit comes off as kind of strange to me. I mean, with the overalls, the crop top, and the low pants, but it suits Rohan. It does. And also we get a brief scene with Jotaro investigating more on Kira. The animation and artwork was alright. It was good some parts, but at other parts it was kind of off in a way, especially with some of the faces. I guess the quality kind of went down, but it will definitely be fixed up in the Blu-rays. And plus, considering what will happen in the next episode, the animation has to be even better than this episode. However, I do like the effect of Space Legolas's power, or stand ability, I don't fucking know, but I do like the effect of it being used, and I do like his design. He definitely looks extraterrestrial. Music and voice acting once again was spot on. Space Legolas is voiced by Yasuyuki Kase, which he's known best for his role as Kankuro, Gaara's brother from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. But he also voiced Ashido from Bleach, from the Menos Forest filler arc. He also voiced Simon from Fairy Tail, Mikia Awakusa from Durara X2, Yoshitaka Minami from Code Geass, Ryu from Street Fighter Alpha Generations. Yeah, he voiced Ryu from Street Fighter. And he also voiced Thor from that Marvel Disc War anime thing. But JoJo fans, you probably might know him best from the video games, as he voiced a certain President of the United States from Part 7 Steel Ball Run, Funny Valentine. Dojan. Which is ironic considering that Yuki Kaji, who's voicing Koichi, also voiced Johnny Joestar in the video games. So I guess that means that Yasuyuki Kase won't voice Funny Valentine in the Part 7 anime if we ever get a Part 7 anime. So yeah, overall this episode was another pretty good one. I especially like the Kira stuff that we got from the beginning. The alien stuff was very strange, very weird, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if Josuke will get away cheating, swindling money from Rohan, or will he get caught? And Rohan will probably kick his ass or do something terrible to him. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode. Which, by the way, is actually not called I'm an Alien Part 2. It's actually called Highway Go-Go Part 1. But looking it up, it's actually Highway Star Part 1. So, from what I can tell, we're gonna finish up the whole alien stuff in the first half of the next episode. And then in the second half, we'll focus on Highway Star, which I'm looking forward to seeing because Highway Star is one of the stands that I was told to look out for in Part 4. And I've been told that the Highway Star arc is also really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Highway Star is, what its ability, and what will happen in that arc. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and also Great Days, the third opening. I really like it. I honestly was expecting something more serious and more dark, but this was actually more of a catchy, more positive opening. But I still like it either way. I listened to the song a few more times. It's a very nice song. Visually, the opening looks really cool. I mean, that's what you expect from JoJo openings when it comes to visuals. They always look really cool. It seems that it's hinting some other characters that will come in later on in Part 4. There's also a guy hiding behind a door. There's some guy on a wire near a radio tower. I don't know what's up with that. But it's also hinting that Hayato, Shinobu's kid, might play a significant part in Diamonds Unbreakable. Not sure what, though. But maybe he's going to be the one to find out that his dad is not his dad, it's Kira, and he's going to be the one to tell Josuke, Jotaro, and the others about Kira. Maybe. That's what my theory is at the moment. So yeah, A Great Days is really a great opening. I really like it, and I also like the song. So tell me guys, what did you think of this episode of Diamonds Unbreakable? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think about this new character, Mikitakazo, or how I like to call him, Space Legolas? Do you think he's an alien stand user, or a stand user who believes he's an alien? I'm kind of leaning towards the latter here, but I want to go for the former because I think it'd be freaking awesome if we got aliens in JoJo, you know? Well, hopefully we'll know by the end of this arc, or at least by the end of this part, because I really want to know if this guy's an alien or not, you know? Also, what did you think about his power or his stand ability? I don't know, but what did you think about it? And also, do you think Josuke will get away cheating, swindling money from Rohan, or do you think Rohan will catch him in the act and do something terrible to him? If Josuke gets away with this, I am gonna freaking lose it. But one thing's for sure, somebody, or maybe nobody, will be happy at the end of this. So let me know in the comment section down below about your thoughts about the episode. Like the video if you like it, subscribe to more videos, and be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So yeah, that was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Times Unbreakable episode 27. I'm LoserSpawn27, and I'll see you guys next time on Highway Star Part 1. Later.